want to bring in right now Brandon Daniels. He's the president of Exiger, and I think, Brandon, maybe it's worth our viewers knowing what Exiger is all about. You really address fraud, financial crime, that sort of thing. China is a big player, and not in a good way in that arena, huh?
Yeah, I mean, at Exiger, we help companies and the federal government to manage risk across many different sectors. And one of the things that we see come up, whether it's trade embargoes, cyber attacks, fraud and financial crime, command and control policies, climate change issues that our clients care about in the federal government and in major critical infrastructure sectors, China is at the center of a lot of those key and critical issues today.
Do you think, Brandon, that will come up in the virtual summit or conversation later today?
Well, the thing is, you know, Neil, every single area that I just discussed has a geopolitical tension associated with it, right? So the supply chain issues that we're seeing right now, those have to do with the geopolitical issues between Australia and China, the US and China, and, you know, fuel reserves that they need in order to power plants. The chip shortage that we've seen, you know, that is impacted by some of the incursion and some of the command and control policies that we've seen in Taiwan. So even if it isn't on the docket explicitly, underneath it all, climate change, which is a key administration priority, supply chain issues, and limiting the cyber attacks that happen to our grid and to our telecommunications area. Those are going to be key things that are underneath every single cover.
You know, though, Brendan, I wonder, so many of our companies continue sucking up to China. I know it's a vast market, I get that. But even this latest move on the part of some of the semiconductor giants to help China essentially do the same for its semiconductor industry has me thinking, you know, why help China? Why are you doing that?
Well, the intelligence community, the Department of Defense, even now the FCC with the China telecom ban, right? So civil and military agencies are combining together and raising the red flag to industry that that's not acceptable. That you have to have balance when it comes to free and global markets. It can't be 100% Chinese supply issues that are now putting our national security at risk. So although you're right, industry continues to try to bring together a global free market, we also have to resist China's efforts to make it so that the market is dominated by them in each of those sectors. And I think the government is making that cry so loud that certain U.S. companies, especially in the tech sectors, have stopped operating there because of the difficulties.
All right. I don't know if any of that will be resolved in a single virtual phone call, whatever they're calling it. But man, oh man, it is a mess to address. Brandon Daniels, thank you. The Exiger president weighing into this, a guy who warned about China long before it was